Salut à tous, c'est Siaz. Voilà, mais écoutez, ce soir on va faire un petit live tranquille sur Voice of Cards. Voilà, donc Voice of Cards en fait c'est simplement un jeu narratif sur lequel vous allez avoir du tour par tour. Donc pour les amateurs de Final Fantasy, etc., vous n'allez pas être perdus. C'est basé sur un jeu de cartes, franchement c'est plutôt sympathique. Moi honnêtement ce que j'aime beaucoup dans ce jeu c'est vraiment le son, la musique, l'ambiance, tout est vraiment très chouette. Et donc voilà, ce soir ce sera vraiment quelque chose de très simple, très soft. On va prendre une petite heure ou peut-être même une petite demi-heure en fait simplement de live ensemble. Et voilà. Alors pendant ce live je ne parlerai pas, je sais, pour l'instant je ne pas beaucoup de vocales, j'avoue, honnêtement, je suis pas très fan maintenant, voilà. La chaîne évolue un petit peu, on met plus de vidéos sur des lives. Et aujourd'hui, en plus des trophées, bah, je vous propose un petit jeu narratif vraiment au calme ce soir pour se détendre un petit peu. Donc voilà, alors au niveau des trophées, l'objectif est bien sûr de faire le trophée platine. Donc normalement, je mettrai les vidéos également en parallèle des trophées qui se font dans le jeu avec les textes explicatifs. Maintenant, s'il y a des choses que vous ne comprenez pas, n'hésitez pas à poser la question en commentaire, je vous répondrai sans problème. Donc voilà, bah écoutez, je vous souhaite un bon visionnage de la vidéo et j'espère que vous allez passer un bon petit moment sur cette histoire.
Good afternoon, or should I say, at any rate, I am the Game Master. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Before we begin, there is something I must tell you. You see, my job is to draw you into this world with my voice and cards, which is why I believe it best for you to play with the sound on. In fact, I insist on it. However, as you can see, my voice is subtitled, so you can always read along as well. Now then, are you ready? Let's begin. Welcome to Voice of Cards. You are about to take the first steps of your adventure. Through a realm of sword and sorcery you will travel, battling bloodthirsty monsters as you strive to realize your ambitions. I have every faith you will accomplish great things here. I am merely a witness to your exploits. Now then, your departure draws nigh. May your journey be a safe one. We begin in a cave. The surrounding rocks are slimy with damp. It feels as if some foul creature could leap out from the shadows at any moment. Yet in this horrible place gathers a fellowship of 3 adventurers. One is a young woman. You can tell just by looking at her, she enjoys. Another is a stoic warrior. He stands at the ready, scanning his. Last but not least is the old man. He has a sagely air, and these adventurers seek a certain treasure hidden in this cave. An iron door towers before you. It has rather conspicuous handles. The stoic man takes hold of the handles and pushes as hard as he can. But the door doesn't. So the stoic man winds his leg back and lets fly a powerful kick into the door. As his foot connects, the door trundles to the side. So it was one of those sliding contraptions. Something leaps out at the Fellowship from the darkness. These adventurers have seen their fair share of battle and defeat their attackers with ease. As the trio approaches the treasure chest, an awful rumbling resounds deep in the cave. "You shall not have it," a voice growls. Before the wary trio appear creatures the likes of which they've never seen. The young woman edges around the monster's bulk to stand before the treasure chest. There is treasure inside, no doubt about it, but it's locked tight. The woman slides the simple key into the lock. The chest clicks open. Inside is what appears for all the world to be an ordinary medicine bottle. At last, we've retrieved the royal treasure, the old man says. The woman and warrior exchange a nod. Their quest complete, the triumphant trio put the cave behind them. This is Castle Advent. Queen Nilla reigns over the kingdom from within its walls. In the crowded audience chamber jostle all manner of knights, adventurers, and bounty hunters. The white-robed adventurers stand close to the throne. A palace guard calls over the tumult, "Be silent! Her Royal Majesty graces us with her presence." The cacophony ceases the moment Queen Nilla enters the chamber. Seated upon the throne, the Queen faces the crowd. Thank you all for heeding my call to slay the dragon. Whatever it takes to defeat this reawakened evil, I ask that you do it. Whomsoever conquers this beast will be honored for ages to come and handsomely rewarded. At that, the gathered crowd cheers loud enough to shake the castle's very foundations. "Leave the dragon to us, Your Majesty," say the white-robed adventurers, as if the beast's demise at their hands. "Indeed, you did well to reclaim the royal treasure," the Queen replied. "I thank you, for my stomach becomes most upset without it. So the treasure is a staple of the royal medicine. It puts my mind at ease to know the Ivory Order offers its aid in slaying the dragon. The trio are disciples of the Ivory Order, a charitable organization beloved the realm over. Indeed, anyone would think this illustrious trio the heroes of our tale. But they'd be wrong. So we just gotta slay the dragon and we'll be drowning in gold." The man beside him, a strange creature, lets out a chirping coo. Pay attention, because this is important. There he is, or there you are, I should say, the hero of our tale. A humble bounty hunter. You love little in this realm more than coin. A seemingly tedious fellow who doesn't hesitate to claim the title of hero for yourself. When you heard about the quest to slay the dragon, it was the promise of reward that lured you to the castle. Now then, if you wish to officially register for the hunt, see me so I can get your signature. You wonder why you need to sign anything, but head for the guard anyway. Shall we? "Have you registered yet?" says the guard. "Sign here," says the guard, handing you a pen and paper. You sign your name. A fine name. After you've signed, the guard motions to the strange creature beside you. You sign your companion's name as well. Mar. Mar, your friend and sometimes traveling companion. Though he can't speak the human tongue, he seems to understand it well enough. Thank you. Now we'll know what to have engraved on your tombstones. Can't ask the dead what name to mark their grave with, after all, the guard chortles. You want the reward as badly as you don't want to die. You figure you better make some strong friends. Offer to join forces with the Ivory Order trio? We select few are sufficient to defeat the dragon. And we certainly don't require the aid of a no-name wastrel. With that, the trio takes their leave of the castle. I'll let the Order handle this. Me, I'm heading home. Before you even open your mouth to ask him to team up, he cuts you off. Thanks, but no thanks. You ask him to team up, but he refuses angrily. You weren't planning on sharing either, so you don't try to change his mind. Never know what you might hear that'll lead you in the right direction. The man wanders off somewhere, muttering to himself. You'll need tough gear, the man says, wandering off. Let us depart. We have a realm to save. He grabs his less than enthused colleague by the wrist, and you catch a glimpse of the terrified look on her face. And then the two disappear out of the audience chamber. No way am I adventuring with anyone who keeps that sort of creepy company, he says. I am one of the guards charged with the castle's protection. I take not a single step from my post. I am one of the guards charged with the castle's protection. I'll leave the dragon slaying to you adventurers. You've yet to find any help for your quest. Things don't look that reassuring as they are, but the decision is up to you. In the end, you set out, just the two of you, to hunt the dragon. How may I help you? The proprietress inquires. Will that be all? The proprietress asks. A weapons merchant accosts you in the street. Despite your best efforts to mind your own business, he speaks to you in a voice barely above a whisper. He conspicuously checks his surroundings before revealing this weapon of apparent renown to you. To hear him tell it, this is a legendary weapon, and you can smell the scam a mile away. And yet the aura of this weapon does have something of the legendary about it. You ask who in their right mind would pay so much for something so clearly fake, stolen. Well, you know where to find me, if you change your mind, he says, tucking the weapon away. The old man kindly warned you of the dangerous monsters outside of town. The door is shut tight. You spy a keyhole on it, suggesting the existence of a corresponding key. The child says you should see Nexton as soon as you leave the castle town. Before you stands a sign calling for people to join the hunt for the dragon. Earlier, you saw the bit about the handsome reward for whoever slays the dragon, and hightailed it to the castle. A woman stares at the sign, transfixed. Her face curls into a scowl as she notices you. Monster! The woman cries and flings magic at Mar. Startled by the spell, Mar grows dizzy. You whirl to the woman and shout, "What are you doing?" "This ain't a monster," you growl, as the woman snarls over you, "I hate monsters." The two of you bicker for quite a while. Inwardly, you call her unsavory names as your attention shifts to a different topic of conversation. Turns out she really hates the dragon and would love to take him down with her own two hands. But she knows she's no match for him alone, so she's at a loss for what to do. When you tell her you're after the same thing, she squints down her nose at you. "Fine," she says, "I can help you." She's a little annoying, but you are looking for quest companions. "I only want to see the dragon dead. I don't care about anything else," she mutters. You overhear her remarks and grin without thinking. Then you don't care about getting a share of the reward. That suits you perfectly. You happily join forces with the black-clad woman. She introduces herself as Melanie. She tells you she is a witch, but says nothing of why she hates monsters or what grudge she bears against the dragon. You peek inside the carriage shop only to hear the owner call out that they're closed. Guess you won't be making use of them after all. "How may I help you?" the proprietor inquires. "Will that be all?" the proprietor asks. The woman tells you she's so terrified of what might happen if the dragon attacks the town, she hasn't been able to eat. "Welcome to Nexton," hails a man. The man doesn't respond to any question except to parrot back his original greeting. The man helpfully advises you take the opportunity to purchase equipment and curatives while you are in town. You try asking the man if he knows. The man's eyes widen. He leans close, cupping his hand to his mouth. Welcome to Nexton, he whispers in your ear. A woman sits hunched over by the side of the road. Upon catching sight of you, she calls out for your aid. She's sprained her ankle and needs you to take her to the nearby apothecary. You try to lift the woman into your arms, but the weight's too much for you to bear. You lay the woman back down where you found her and mutter a quiet farewell before turning to leave. Upon seeing that, Melanie snaps. What kind of person are you? Ain't like it's my fault she's hurt, you whine like a child. Ignoring you, Melanie gingerly helps the woman up. Mar bends so the woman can get on his back, and the two of them head off in search of the apothecary. You watch them walk away for a moment before following, complaining to yourself about what a waste of time this is. You arrive at the apothecary. After taking a curative, the woman begins hopping up and down. Nothing holds a candle to Ivory Order medicine, she beams. She thanks you and pulls something from her breast pocket. You've helped someone, albeit not quite out of the goodness of your own heart.
Bon, petit aparté ici, la carte mystérieuse va nous servir pour un des trophées, en sachant qu'il y a 10 cartes à récupérer. Voilà, comme ça, je préférais vous mettre déjà au courant, puisque à mon avis, sur le niveau de la vidéo, ça n'apparaîtra pas. Donc à mon avis, ce sera sûrement le trophée vidéo que je vais vous montrer quand le trophée tombera. Mais vous n'aurez pas tout le développement en fait des cartes. Voilà.
It might be a good idea to do that again, should you come across anyone else in need of assistance.